Introduction won't be necessary. Trying to raise the bar and become legendary. I'm a pioneer. I'm a Tyler Perry. I'm a Oprah Winfrey. I'm a Chuck Berry. New sound, you ain't gotta hear me, but the beat crazy, so I know they feel me. I'm a head rocker. I'm a free spirit. I'm a Babe Ruth in the ninth inning. Knew that I was gonna be something. Knew that I was gonna blow. Knew the day when my shot came, they was all praying I choke. Knew it all was gonna pan out. That's God plan, no joke. When you throw me out to that deep end, just know I'm gonna float.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Can't Be Stopped. I'm Don Collins.
And I'm Louie Thompson. Don, what's going on, bro?
It's another good day. Another great day,
Another great
How about
day?
you?
I'm solid. I'm going to start going to swim once a week. I used to swim in high school a little bit, and it was something we did in the summer. But I'm trying to get back on my grind. I'm trying to look right for the summertime, but, we'll see how that goes.
I feel it. Everybody out here just trying to be their best selves. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that. I'm about to get on the grind too. But, I didn't calm down a little bit from this subject because I was ready to fly off the handle just a couple days ago. But we got to talk about this basketball scandal that's rocking sports right now. And I don't really want to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Bro, are you kidding me? You go first, because when I'm done talking, this is going to be nothing left to say. You go ahead.
So, look, I feel like you're going to come from the college perspective on this. So, I'm going to tell you who the biggest winner and loser is from this FBI probe and all this stuff that's come out. The biggest winner from this will be the NBA. Because the NBA does not like college basketball.
Huh?
And you want to know why the NBA did not like college basketball? See, you confused for a second. I can tell, but hold on. Let me string it together for you. The NBA doesn't really want their player to go to college.
You got like an inside source here?
I ain't got no inside sources, but my track record on predicting things have been pretty on point lately. So I want
definitely
you
been on point.
And everyone to trust me right now. This FBI investigation is going to be the reason why the G League becomes an actual place for a young basketball player to grow their game. Because the NCAA, as you know it, is not going to be where these young 17, 18-year-old players go to play their first year of post-high school basketball. This is what I see. I see the one-and-done rule being gone because people getting money. They going to get their money. But I see the way that the NBA takes on these 18-year-olds different. If you're super talented, then you'll go straight to the league. Like if you're a top 5 pick type of dude, if you got that type of potential, the LeBron Jameses, the Ben Simmons, the Michael Porter Jr. of the world, those type of players, they going right to the league. But maybe that second tier, third tier player, bottom of the first round, maybe they'd be drafted after a 1 year in college. They're going to go to the G League instead. That's what I see this being as. I see this as the NBA taking this as an opportunity to capitalize on a market they already had that's not being utilized. It's like the minor league for basketball. Is there already for baseball, and it just makes perfect sense. You're still playing in a competitive environment. You're making money by an official NBA team because their teams are already made. Almost every team in the league already has a G League team. It just nobody cares about them. So if you already have an established brand, you just need to get people in there to get the interest up. This is a perfect opportunity, NBA. You gotta capitalize. Cause I just love the idea. Cause college basketball, I love it a little bit, but it could go. I'm okay with it. I love March Madness, but I just see the NCAA in the next 10 years being way less popular for players to go to. I see the European League, like the Balls have done. I see the G League being the two bigger options if the NCAA doesn't start paying their players. I think that's the two options. Either the NCAA have to start paying basketball players, and if they do that, they paying football players, which I've been talking about for almost a year. You know, you can go back and check my history on that. Or if they don't, and they just want to sweep this under, which I think will be very difficult, the NBA going to capitalize on them for this mistake. So you can go ahead.
Look, you make a valid point, because I agree that NBA has underutilized its developmental resources and just kind of relied on college basketball to do it. But you're absolutely right. I got to start with the college perspective. What you said was a valid option, to fix a proposed solution. But I got to talk about what actually happened. So Yahoo broke the news that, there was preferential treatment and impermissible benefits provided for select players and families. And the universities that were named in it, Alabama, Duke, Kentucky, LSU, Maryland, Michigan State, the list goes on.
North Carolina.
Seton Hall, Texas. One of my favorite teams, Kansas. Josh Jackson, his mom was named in the report. And when the FBI come knocking, boy, you better not lie. Don't lie to nobody. I saw one dad already came out and said, we don't know who that dude is. Boy, my dad always taught me, Byron, if you listening, you taught me well. If the FBI come knocking, just tell the truth. Because they didn't show up at your doorstep without books of evidence.
Look, I just got to say one quick thing. This is not just quote-unquote like allegations. Like the NCAA having their
legally they are.
This is the FBI coming to your door saying, knock, knock, knock.
Legally it is just an allegation. But like I said, when the FBI come, they've been watching you. Well, they got people wiretapped. They got records. Come on now. Look, but back to it. At the end of the day, it's as simple as this. I'm heated because what you proposed is true, that the NBA needs to use the G League to supplement, to also provide salaries, to pay players. College basketball, the NCAA cannot pay players. They cannot pay players because of the intricate nature of how everything is set up. Basketball and football on most campuses, basketball on the select campuses, they pay for everything else. That is a delicate system, and you mess it up when you start paying one player or one group over the next group because it's not sustainable. They don't have that money just laying around. This money that is getting paid, thrown around the players, is through agents and other deals, businesses like Adidas, Nike. It's money that's coming from outside the colleges. If the colleges had it, then that'd be a different story. So I just want to make that clear. Like, I agree that athletes should be paid, but how do you do that without paying everybody? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the other option, or not the other option, my other point is, this is one of my favorite phrases in the world, and I'm going to look right into the camera when I say this. Systematic failure to enforce the rules. I usually reserve that for football refs and their inability to do their job. Now I'm talking about the whole damn NCAA. Systematic failure to enforce your damn rules. Are you kidding me? We talking about tens of thousands of dollars getting thrown around illegally for these athletes. They out here busting their butt, talking about we ain't got no food. They driving around nice cars. They got diamond chains. They get to fly first class to everywhere they gotta go. Get all these tournaments and everything. Then you got the track athletes. You got the cross country. You got the swimming and diving. They out here eating ramen noodles. But at Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, UNC,
Arizona.
Everybody out here, they live like gods. And they talking about we deserve to be paid. But they still taking tens of thousands underneath because my mama ain't got a house. My mama ain't got a job. But you in college supposed to be getting an education. You stay for 2 years. You getting paid for it. And you don't want to do nothing. But you getting money on the side. I don't ever want to hear an athlete complaining no more. No more. And for the NCAA, you should be a damn ashamed of yourself letting this go on. The NCAA president talking about, well, Sean Miller, DeAndre Ayton, it's up to the University of Arizona. What you mean it's up to the University of Arizona? You the governing body. You just gonna back out the way? But they be quick to come down and suspend somebody, for taking impermissible benefits. They was quick to wipe away Louisville's record, but now it's up to the University of Arizona? Arizona, what you supposed to do? What you supposed to do? Hold DeAndre Ayton out? Suspend Sean Miller? But then the NCAA come through and say, well, nothing's going to happen to you. But you play them, right? Let's go ahead and play them. Now all of a sudden, all your wins and your losses get expunged from the record. What the NCAA doing? What rule book? Somebody show me this rule book. Because I got one dude on campus that knows compliance, and he knows the rule book. He got to sit there with this thick-ass book and reading it the whole time. But then the athletes can't even get a ride to practice. What are we talking about here, man? What are we doing? Our athletes are suffering. They are failing our athletes. They're failing our young men and women because this is a joke. This is a joke. The FBI got to come in to clean up your act. Are you kidding me? Jerry Tarkanian used to talk about this at UNLV. He talking about we getting punished because we the smaller schools. They not going to go after the big schools. We just talked about this 2 months ago, Louie. We said the big schools never get touched.
Yes, sir.
Kentucky's not going to get touched.
You disagreed with me.
Duke isn't going to get touched. But guess what? They're not getting touched by the NCAA. You're right when you say that. But the government got a vested interest in stopping this money laundering, this wire fraud, all terms I can't even talk of. I don't even know what these terms mean. But I'll guarantee you this. It's going to be a cold day in hell when the NCAA gets dissolved. Because this is a joke. This is a joke. We got guys coming in for 6 months, not even going to class, taking up spots. And the NCAA talking about, let's give them an education. It ain't giving them no education. What they supposed to do with this education, this quote-unquote education that's so valuable, $100,000 worth if you finish college? They leave after 1 year. What does that do? But they can't get paid. But yet it's millions of dollars getting passed around under the table. But the NCAA don't know about it? They don't know about it? Oh, man, I don't know anything about it. That's a lie. That's a lie. So at the end of the day, it's like this, man. I'm not the one to clean up everything, but you know who definitely looks a whole lot better today than he did yesterday?
Shout out to LaVar.
A whole lot better.
Shout out to LaVar Ball.
LaVar Ball, the one who said, I got NCAA recruiters coming to my door talking about, I'll do this, I'll do that. Let's get your son here. Let's get your second son there. Let's do this, let's do that. And we just brushed it off. LaVar Ball crazy. LaVar Ball don't know what he talking about. He's stupid. He talk crazy. But guess who sat there and said, they crooked as hell. They crooked as hell. He said that. And what he do? He started a junior basketball association. Now, I guarantee you, they may have been struggling before to go ahead and get players. But if the incentive, what's the incentive to stick with college basketball? If I go to Duke, I go to Kentucky, I go to Kansas, I go to UNC, I go to anywhere, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, they're going to put me in the league, bro. They're going to put me in the league. What if they got 6 scholarships taken away, not bowl bands, but tournament bands, banners coming down? Come on now. I might as well go make my change, my $3,000. You know what I'm saying? My $3,000 to $10,000. You know what I do with $3,000 a month? I just did my taxes. I made that in like almost the whole year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you talking about hooping. We out here talking about hooping. We ain't talking about practice no more. We talking about hooping. It's a shame. It's a shame. And honestly, the fact that the FBI had to get involved. Like, can you believe that?
No. I can't believe it, actually. I'm shocked.
Right. Shout out to Obama, because Trump would never do something like this. Not trying to make it political, but it is what it is. But look, hold on. We trying out something new. We're gonna go ahead, go to break, listen to this word, and we'll be right on back. This is Can't Be Stopped.
Hey everybody, this is Louie Thompson of Can't Be Stopped, and this is an Ion Sports production. If you want to check us out on more platforms, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us for more sports all the time.
All right, Lou. So we back. We back now. Now, this is hilarious. This is honestly hilarious at this point. Like, this is what it's called when stuff is hitting the fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hitting the fan. So, Michigan State, just a few minutes ago, cleared Miles Bridges amid this scandal. Now, how you gonna clear him? Wait, hold on. Clear him, and his name is listed on a company's accountant record, saying like, yes, we paid his family. We paid for a $70 meal, $400 advance. What meal is costing $400? What $400 in an advance on what?
If they getting the steak, night prime.
Right.
It ain't that regular. Ain't that regular college food. We ain't talking that ramen. We talking about that filet mignon. You know what I'm saying?
Look. It's as simple as this. How they gonna clear him? Michigan State got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So we're not even gonna get into all that.
Hold on. There's more breaking news though, Don.
Oh, dude, you about to take it away from me. I was about to start dying
Miller
laughing.
is out tonight as the coach of Arizona.
The coach is out.
Because of being named in the FBI probe scandal.
Wait, so what about
what
DeAndre
happened
Ayton?
to DeAndre Ayton?
Right. Is he not held though? He was the one named in it. This man he was named in the probe because he was discussing he was wiretapped. The feds always watching. Okay, they always watching.
Now you were talking about tens of thousands. DeAndre Ayton reportedly has $100,000 from
my chest. I don't believe it. $100K.
There are probably a ton of people who, in years of work, don't make $100,000. And this young man.
Just rolling $100K.
He said, "Man, I'm cool. I know I'm going to the league. He's straight, bro."
So wait, I got a question. What is the purpose of holding out Sean Miller, but not DeAndre Ayton? Like, the coach already got you caught up, but how is the coach gonna get you caught up if he not recruiting players illegally? The players are ineligible. It don't make sense. It does not make sense. Look, college basketball. They always used to say, well, we just suspend the player. We take down a banner. Oh, it is what it is. They gonna do that for the whole league? The whole league gonna get suspended? Because you think this is the only organization that's done that? You think ASM, whoever the hell that agent is, you think he the only one? No, I know for a fact he's not the only one. Just like when Adidas came out with it, I said Adidas not the only one. Nike doing it. Under Armour doing it.
So
hell, even Peak doing it.
The scary thing is, we talking about Arizona right now, right? And Arizona is constantly a consistently good team. They're normally an Elite 8, Sweet 16 type team who's had their recognition for success as of late. Y'all telling me Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, and, they got a lot of one and done players as of late. I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm not trying to allege nobody in nothing specifically, but the name in the probe.
Call it how it is. I know for a fact. Look, it's as simple as this. I am a Kansas Jayhawk fan. I have been since I first started watching college basketball, and I am usually proud to rock, chalk, Jayhawk. All right? I am embarrassed. That we were named in something like this. Even if it's just on this ledger, it was just Josh Jackson and his mom. You know what I'm saying? I have this upstanding belief that Bill Self is a good guy, is a good coach, a leader of men. But if I so much as see another name linked to Kansas, I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's embarrassing. Like, you think about this all the time. Oh, ha, they got their banners taken down. Huh? No, when it's your team, come on now. You telling me, no. I'm going to have to finish this. You telling me they out here recruiting players illegally and the best we got is Malik Newman, a transfer from Mississippi State? We got a dude that can't shoot free throws. Look, I'm not trying to take shots at Kansas team this year, but they just started to turn the corner, and it was sad the way they was playing because this is a team that's supposed to be competing for the Big 12. They looking like they don't even belong at the bottom of the Big 10 some nights. And you talking about winning the national championship, and we ain't won one since 2008, but we've been recruiting. You think Andrew Wiggins, if Andrew Wiggins was taking money from Kansas to chuck up them bricks against Stanford's zone, they pulling Joel Embiid They pulling Joel Embiid. Don't even. It's exploitation of these athletes. Like, I'm just thinking about my favorite team. Think about it. Andrew Wiggins is a superstar, a phenom. That boy in high school said he was going to the NBA. He knew it. Kansas was a road, a bump on the road for him. Joel Embiid damn near couldn't even speak great English at the time. And you talking about they just handed you put tens of thousands of dollars in their face? You put tens of thousands of dollars in my face right now, and you tell me to do some questionable stuff, I gotta at least think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta think about it. So imagine if I'm a college kid that either A, knows I don't really care. I don't have an affinity for Kansas, Kentucky, these other schools. I'm only here for a year. I don't even want to be here if I'm a college athlete. But then you put money in their face, especially if heaven help some of them poor. Oh my goodness. It's exploitation. It is exploitation, and it's a damn shame that all this got to come out in February, Black History Month, because here they go again. Exploiting our young black athletes. Look, don't make me be Malcolm X. Not today.
Look, I'm going to just say two more things, then I'm gonna put this to rest for right now, because I'm sure, because more to come. Oh, more where there is smoke, there's a fire. Well, look, I don't think it's a coincidence that as of late, a lot of these players, I don't even want to think about it, but Ben Simmons went to LSU, and I know he had some family, related kind of things for why he went. But
it's all money. How you think they got his godfather? His godfather? What type of connection? I love my godfather. My godfather loved me. But if he told me that he was working at some second-rate school and I was supposed to go there, LSU ain't hooping.
And I'm the best 18-year-old in the world, arguably, that dribbled the basketball. I'm going to LSU. Come on now.
No. I'm telling you, I'll go there for my godfather, but they gonna have to pay. My godfather wasn't even supposed to be there. What was he there for? They hired him. They paid probably through the nose because they said, well, in 2 years we can go ahead and get Ben Simmons. He out here hooping with Tim Quarterman, another dude named in the ledger. They paying for Tim Quarterman. That was the best teammate that Ben Simmons had in his 1 year at LSU, and they couldn't even make the tournament. You think Ben Simmons, if he was really about it, if it was free, because they getting paid, right? We might as well just have free agency. Why Ben Simmons not playing with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? What is Ben Simmons doing?
It's a big bag, bro. It might have been a big bag.
Ben Simmons didn't go to class, bro. You telling me he didn't care about LSU? He did not care.
And at least he public about it. He said he don't like the college system. But look, we gonna leave that at that. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who need to really be scared though.
Who?
See, all these schools, they got to get this money from somewhere. And you were talking about how it can't come from the actual sport because.
You look at
it paying for everything else.
Right.
It's public information. You can just check it out.
Just go
but Nike, Jordan, and Adidas sure do sponsor all these schools.
The AAU tournaments.
These AAU tournaments,
everything.
It's crazy how all these high school players be at the Steph Curry Under Armour camp in the summer. Or the LeBron James Nike camp in the summer.
Now, Adidas already got hit up.
Now, Adidas already got hit up by Louisville. Now, it sure would be a shame if North Carolina had any type of connection with Jordan Brandon soliciting funds.
Hey, they talking about we got a donation.
A very large donation from a very large black bald man that stood 6'6". But I'm gonna leave that at that.
What I gotta say about it is this: if they're sitting here, you know, paying these agents to go out and do, you know, have these dinners, persuade, because it's all a kickback system. You know, we'll give you $10,000 now. You give it back to us when you make it to the league. You know, as simple as that. What in the hell? They got coaches listed. You know, they got photos, documents, dinner receipts. They got coaches associated with these agents. Now, you know damn well what coaches got to do sitting down at dinner with an agent for NBA players if they all abiding by the rules. They don't know anything? They don't know anything, Louie? They know nothing. But they had dinner with the man.
Maybe they just having a nice meal. A nice $400, $500 meal with a player who just happened to be in the area at the same time.
But then, hold on, let's get back on this train. They out here at these camps, at these events, you know, every star player, you know, they got them everywhere. But I know that's not paid for them by them, because I got a job. I got a job, and I can't even go home every weekend. I can't even drive home. But they can go all the way from high school where they at, you know, all the way to California, to New York, to Chicago, you know. But they can't work. They can't work. How? So it's paid for by somebody. Because look, it's as simple as this. I am sick and tired of the lying. It's just lying. They say that this is a student athlete. They cannot get paid, no permissible benefits, none of that. That is a lie. A lie. Student athlete. Look, I don't know if I'm the first person to say this, but I'm going to make sure I'm the loudest one to say this. Student athlete, that term does not exist. Stop saying it. Stop using it. Stop branding it. Every university from the NCAA Division I down to the bottom. You are liars. You're liars. Student athlete does not exist. It does not exist. You are not a student first. You're not an athlete second. You are a student or an athlete. Stop pretending as such. I didn't watch athletes that get the stories. They get passed along through classes. They show up. I had Tom Hop. Tom Hop read me, you know, the paragraph from a UNC basketball player talking about Rosa Parks and the Civil Rights Movement. And that paper was sitting there. He was quoting it, talking about the story went like this, and talked like he was damn near Rosa Parks. And I'm sitting there. It was a paragraph. He got an A-. I typed 4.5 pages of a story, and I got an 84%. He got an A, and he finished the paper. And we got them getting paid. We got them rolling around. LeBron James had a Hummer as a 16-year-old. But then he looks bad. They throw Michigan, the Fab Five, they threw them under the bus. Why? Because they got caught. If they didn't get caught, Chris Webber could go back there. If they didn't get caught, Jalen Rose and Chris Webber never have that argument. If they don't get caught, everything's all peachy keen. You know what I'm saying? They wait until all these scandals come out. They're going to throw the athletes under the bus, and it happens every time. Somebody's going to be a scapegoat, but we're not talking about those dudes in suits that don't give a damn about the players. They don't give a damn about the families. They don't give a damn except for their bottom dollar. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It don't make sense.
You good over there?
Oh, I'm man. I told you this don't make me. Oh man.
Hey, hold on to that thought. We're gonna be right back. This is Can't Be Stopped. Don Collins and Louis Thompson.
Don Collins here, and you're listening to Can't Be Stopped, an Ion Sports production. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to give us a follow on our many social media pages and check out our website at www.anionsports.com. Hashtag be great. Lou, we are back. I needed that break more than you did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Things starting to pop off, Don. You know, we doing this new format, and you know we getting these breaks in, and Shaq's son just decommitted from Arizona. Yeah, let's just get to it. Yeah,
what?
He just decommitted.
Sharif?
Yeah, Sharif said I ain't going.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Official quote from Twitter. At this time,
Hey.
I am opening up my recruitment due to the current events of the U of A basketball team. I would like to thank all the coaches for recruiting me. At the time, my family and I think it is in my best interest to look at others' options to assure my play in the NCAA next year.
Yo! Oh! Sean Miller really sweating right now. Like, he's really sweating. Bro, where is he supposed to go? All the big schools are embroiled in scandals.
Whitewater, Wisconsin's not in any scandals.
All right, listen. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this one time.
Hold on, you're not about to just...
You don't know what I'm about to say.
All right,
You don't know what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
If for some reason, our schools end up playing that hypothetical game we've been talking about, because we are the only two schools left eligible for the NCAA tournament, I will lose it. Bowling Green is a Division I school. Whitewater is not, but they have a lot of history and a good tradition at their program. So I'm just telling you right now, if Bowling Green winds up with some 3-star prospect, you know what I'm saying, like fringe top prospect, just because he doesn't want to go to a school that's not going to be bowl eligible. Because if BG comes out...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Something just hit me.
You're good.
Oh,
You're
man.
good. What?
Oh, man. I've been complaining for years about all these Chicago kids are leaving the city to go to these schools with all this stuff. It's time for Illinois to be great again. We not in no scandals because we suck. Illinois is bad at basketball, but now we're gonna be back on the map because all these Chicago kids gonna be like, man, we can't get caught up in these scandals. Let's just go to Illinois.
When they find out that U of I is ineligible for 6 years because they loaned Brandon Paul $15 million.
Bro, chill on that. Brandon Paul definitely chill on all that. Anyways.
No, but for real, because I've concurred with you on that. I thought, like, hey, super teams in the NBA is all the rage. It'd be better in college basketball. So, like, oh my goodness, my head is spinning. Because there's no way on this God green earth Duke gets to keep that recruiting class now. There's no way. Man. There's no way.
Let's see what Zion does.
There's no way
now,
they keep that class.
If Zion Williamson said, yeah, I got a dip, and it's not going to be a good look.
I'm telling you right now, all this is going to do is make it so that people who have no idea about March Madness are about to have an absolute greatest percent chance they ever were going to have, because I'm not about to know anything. I'm about to go in there and I'm just about to put Buffalo. I'm about to put them in the Sweet 16 instantly, just straight through, because this is great. Selection Sunday is in a few weeks. What is going to happen? What do you do?
If the coaches start getting suspended, the players are getting suspended, and they can't play these games, so the NCAA basketball season already ain't been the best.
Right.
We talking about Cincinnati in the top 25 like they're a really good team all year. When have we ever talked? No disrespect to Cincinnati, but Cincinnati?
It's just like this. Richard, shout out Richard. He made a great point. He said the NCAA was not going to get rid of their cash cow. They are not going to suspend every single player, and they're not going to do any investigations until after the season. we're about to find out their true colors. Because if they don't do anything about this, and it's 2 weeks until Selection Sunday, and they don't make a ruling, they don't do anything and brush it off, I will be appalled. Because it's very blatantly obvious who is guilty, who isn't guilty, and then there's a ton that aren't even reported yet. If they do nothing, I'm interested to see how they handle the whole thing. This is going to play out. This might still be a topic during NBA free agency. Like, seriously. This might be a topic going into NFL training camp. This might be a topic going into the start of next college basketball season. But I'm telling you right now, if Sharif O'Neal signs a contract with the JBA and he is on the same team as LaMelo Ball, I am going to lose it. I'm spending $200 because I will buy both their jerseys. Both their jerseys. And you could put that on an ion.
On your part of an ion, not mine. That's all you. I'm not.
Well, Huncho. Huncho do his thing around here.
Okay. You got anything else you gotta say?
Yes. What do you mean? Do I have anything else I have to say? This is a big deal. Like, this is the biggest thing that we have covered since we started doing this.
I am definitely. I know I said earlier about I'd like to see the G League become really flourish from this. I'm really worried about all of NCAA everything, just sports in general in college.
I'm not, because if they dissolve or become a less viable option, I can't wait to play JBA 2K20 so I can get my college stars back. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine, but we're talking about if no one's going to college basketball anymore, and college basketball and
football,
right?
You got to assume football's next. The
right.
other sports have to be sweating too.
If college basketball and college football are getting hit, right, and they're the revenue makers, if their revenue cuts in half for every major university,
even a quarter,
right, you got to cut multiple sports.
Not just sports, activities too. My friend, he told me he's like, football pays for so much. Like, you don't even understand how much athletics pay. That's why it's such a big deal for them. That's why coaches get paid so much. That's why it's so competitive. That's the vacuum that creates scandals like this. Because the ability to be the best, those amount of dollars that you get from being in tournaments, get from being, profitable, it's irreplaceable. It's not found anyplace else. It's just not. So I know you said something during the break that was super duper interesting. You said the FBI is involved, so that means no stone is about to go unturned over. Like, everything's about to get exposed. This is about to be a tell-all. How are the networks in play here? Because CBS, TNT, ESPN, Fox, they all benefit. You said, well, the revenue. Well, where's the revenue coming from? It's the television deals, the sponsorships, all of that. How are they involved? Because we already saw upstanding companies, Adidas, willing to do, dirty work underneath the table. What are the networks doing? Because they have just as much in this. And man, I'm smiling over here because this is all a part of my master plan to make journalism great again. There it is. Anion Sports, we are going to fill that gap. Some kind of way, somehow, some way. I promise y'all this. Anion Sports does it the right way. We do it the right way.
We ain't got no other options. If someone want to give me $100,000 under the table, I promise I'm not telling Don. I'll keep it to myself. The FBI ain't find out. I promise you. If you give me $100,000, it's just between me and you. But anyway, to your point, go ahead.
So help me God if I find out these major networks are involved, because it just makes sense. I have to question everything. The fact that I never thought in my wildest dreams that Adidas would be doing this. We always thought like, oh man, they're getting paid. It
was always a joke at the barbershop talking about, man, they went to an Adidas school and now they signing with Adidas. That's wild. But then Kansas boys, it's wild how Wiggins and Embiid both signed with Adidas and they play. Man, that's crazy. But now it's like, oh no, they signed with Adidas after going to Adidas camps and playing in Adidas school. And
Right?
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, look at what Lonzo said. He said they all getting paid. Everybody knows it. And it's like, well, did we really, Zoe? Like, did we really? And it's like, yeah, we speculated, we assumed. But it's always something different when it's finally out there. Like, you finally get to see it. You're like, oh, man. Wow, there it is. Like, yes, they're cheating. They're cheating. And it's just crazy because I just can't. I'm literally laughing. Like, I'm literally sitting here smiling because everybody made fun of Lavar. Like, they made fun of him. But this is the reason why he has turned down the Adidas, the Nikes, the Jordans, the colleges. You know, he said, I don't want, you know, they doing all this, exploiting my kids. And then you got the media talking about he's exploiting his kids. He's doing this. He's ruining their futures. But guess what? LaVar Ball doesn't have the FBI on his ass. LaVar Ball hasn't got the FBI's attention just because he turned down $15 million from Adidas, you know, a shoe deal, or Nike or Under Armour. They made fun of him. Yeah, Facebook paying him millions. They didn't see that when they made him. They said he was a fool. You know, when the NCAA said, well, you know, he's ruining LaMelo's eligibility. Well, everybody's eligibility is ruined. Everybody.
Right.
Every single body. So, yeah, is he outlandish? Is he kind of wild sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. But don't ever question the fact that he loves his kids. Because the NCAA don't. They don't. They don't care about Lonzo anymore. They were happy. Ooh, we got rid of that Ball family. After they made millions off of his name. Yeah, so call it what you like. But like Jalen Rose said, they out here, everybody doing it. Everybody doing it. Why they look bad on the Fab Five? You know, why do we look bad on Reggie Bush? Why do we look bad on what's his name? What's the other basketball player? Oh man, I done forgot. But all these players that get the short end of the stick and they get pariahed, they become this untouchable topic for their universities. They don't want to talk about them. And it's for what? For what? Y'all make me look bad. Y'all make me feel like the bad guy. I'm the person that gets my name slurred, like my name slandered, my jersey's taken down. I get pointed the blame as the banner's coming down. But y'all just as dirty as I am. If we all going down, look, that's the one thing you got to learn. When it's a fire, everybody either getting out or everybody burning. What happens when you can't get out? Everybody burning. Oh, I'm telling all if I'm some of these players. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, Lou. This is a great day. I'm having fun.
You know, I just want to touch on it real quick. You know, it's still in the college basketball realm, but we ain't had a chance to real quick before we take our last break. Louisville got all their wins vacated this week too. I mean, that's minor news now, but they got all their wins vacated from their championship year. What do you think about that, Don?
I think we got about a minute here before we have to go to break. Louisville is wild. Like, they are wild. They had strippers. They had strippers and escorts for their recruits. And I just had to think, like, when they came out, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely a little outlandish. But then I always thought, like, human beings are like one-uppants. Like, is that a word? I think I'm making it up on the spot. They're always about one-upping each other. Now, you think Louisville was the first program to have strippers? Strippers!
Oh my
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, they all one-up each other. Louisville is not the best school. We had this argument, remember? They're not a tier 1 school.
Yep.
You said that. And you made a valid point. They're not a tier 1 school. So you think that they out here using they may have to use some dirtier tactics to get, you know, those number 1 commits. But I don't think that they're so much different than the rest. They all dirty. They all dirty as hell. They should be ashamed of themselves. But we're going to get into that when we come back from break. Don Collins here, and you're listening to Can't Be Stopped, an Ion Sports production. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to give us a follow on our many social media pages and check out our website at www.anionsports.com. Hashtag be great. All right, in the home stretch, the last 15. Lou.
Yes, sir.
This has been, honestly, more of a success than I ever could have thought switching to this new format. Because we have been able to pause, and digest the newest news. And it's crazy because now with our new time, Saturdays at 7, we're always able to stay up to date. It's like the more, there's just more knowledge is trickling in instead of us seeing something on, recording it on a Friday and seeing all this news break on Saturday. We get to see it now. You know what I'm saying? And live.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's more so us giving our raw reaction than ours giving our thoughts that have been calmed down some, as the week progresses. Like if something happened on a Thursday per se, compared. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, you got a whole day and a half before, y'all hearing our opinion. But now we're getting right to it.
Oh, yeah. Now, before we had went to break, we were talking about Louisville.
Yes,
and
sir.
how, man, they are something else. But, like you said, they got their banners taken down. And
yeah, that's the stupidest thing ever. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop you right there. I hate it. What is the point? Give me 2 good reasons that a school should have wins vacated from a record book and banner taken down. It's okay. That's enough time for everyone else to digest the stupidity of this. Win don't mean nothing because they got a ring already. I can watch the Michigan-bred Louisville. No. I can watch the Michigan-bred Louisville game on YouTube right now and see Louisville win that game.
Oh, it's not changing it. It's not like they.
The game ain't nothing changed because
Michigan's not the champion now.
Right, ain't nothing changing. Hold on, let me calm down. My bad. I'll feel like you. Let me calm down. Okay. Louisville getting their wins vacated is the dumbest punishment ever. Yeah. Period.
Not just Louisville, though.
Just any wins vacated is just stupid, period. That's not a punishment.
Because it's like this. It's like this. You taking away wins from a program that has found violations. Like, at heart, it makes sense. Because it's like, okay, during this time period where you were cheating, they weren't eligible for that time period. They are now, so we're going to punish you for them. Hold on. That's valid in theory. In practicality, it works out like this. Don, it's dinner time. We're going to eat dinner at 6 o'clock. Don't eat any candy. Don't eat any cake. Don't eat anything before 6 o'clock. 5:30, I'm sitting there eating candy, cake, chocolate, everything. My mom comes in and says, okay, no more candy for you. Well, you didn't eat candy. You did it. Okay, continue on. What does that do? I'm not actually being punished. Nothing happened. Nothing. I ate my candy. I ate my cake, and I get to still eat dinner. I just get to go ahead and gain 10 pounds. That is what that's like. In college basketball, you take away them wins. What did Kevin Ware say? That's not taking away this ring on my finger. They still won. They're not giving the rings back. They take the banner down. Okay, cool. The school already made their money. Like, yeah, the school, Louisville might have to pay some money back. Oh, come on. It's not the fact that, they had to give some money back. They done already spent up all the money. They gonna just pull that probably sponsorship money from Adidas instead of going and buying a new prospect. They just gonna pay their debts. It's like at the end of the day, like the death penalty is the only part of the death penalty that is actually applicable and is real is the future punishments. Why you punishing me in the past? I'm not going to learn anything. You think Rick Pitino cares? He's rich. He is rich beyond belief at a job that he now currently has no... If you take away every win that he ever has, what about his life changes? People don't like him. He drops down the leaderboard on wins. So... he's still rich. He's still rich. I'm literally working on a project where we have to do PR for scandals. And my portion is Louisville. It's ironic. I picked Louisville. Now, I don't know where to start. Do I talk about the strippers? Do I talk about the banners? What do I talk about? But at the end of the day, it's like this. So, they ask us all the time and like, why? Until you can, Louie, We're gonna role play right here. You're Rick Pitino.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the NCAA.
Okay.
So Rick, we're here today. We're gonna take away your wins.
Okay.
We're gonna strip your program going forward of 20 scholarships over a period of 4 years.
Cool.
Rick, are you still employed at the University of Louisville?
Nah, I got my money already. I'm out.
Oh, okay. We're also going to retroactively strip you guys of the NCAA championship win over Michigan.
I won already, so that's fine.
Are you gonna get rid of your tattoo?
Nah, I'm gonna keep that because I won.
Are you gonna sell your ring?
No, cause I won.
Are you gonna make those players sell their rings?
Nah, cause we wanted the team. They won too.
So what did we do? What did we do here for you, Rick?
You ain't do nothing. You ain't do a thing but waste your time. You know what Louisville should tell them? Louisville should tell them, no, we're going to keep our wins and we're going to keep our banner up. And you know what the NCAA going to do? Nothing.
Well,
No. I want you to think about that for a second. If Louisville just said, no, we're good on that, what's the NCAA going to do? They don't even have power when it comes to the players who play in their organization, their quote-unquote non-for-profit organization.
Oh, it's for profit, all right.
If Louisville just said we're going to keep that banner up and hoist it like the champion that we are, the NCAA doesn't have any power to do anything differently.
No. I mean, it's like this. UCF has a championship and they didn't even play in the game. They still had a parade. That still meant something. Yeah, we can make fun of them. We can say it doesn't actually count. But for them, it did. And it was very real. It was very tangible. Louisville celebrated. The parade's already been marched. The champagne's been popped.
Picked up.
Everything's been done. This doesn't mean anything other than a formality. I care more about it than they do because I'm sitting here, I'm talking about it for 15 minutes. I care more about it than they do. They're done with it. I said it like this. I've been doing a Black History Month post every day for Black History Month, and I did the Fab Five the other day. And I said it like this. 4 of the 5 members went on to play in the NBA. Although scandals later swept their names and wins from the official record books, the NCAA cannot erase the impact of what they meant for college hoops and their popularity. The Fab Five were rock stars and to this day are regarded as one of the most important teams to the game of basketball. Lou, who did the Fab Five play in the 1993 NCAA championship game?
Shoot, I don't even know off the top of my head, if I'm being honest with
They
you.
played the University of North Carolina. Who was the most outstanding player that year?
Was that Grant Hill back then?
No, he did not win it that year.
Who is it?
Hold on, excuse me. I have to look it up again because I forgot his name already. Oh my goodness. I believe his name was Donald Williams, something like that. And I was sitting there like, who in the heck is this guy? Because guess what? Who do we talk about? We talk about Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, Ray Jackson, and Jimmy King. We talk about the Fab Five. We don't talk about UNC, unless I'm a UNC fan. They're not the ones that's popular. They're not the ones that have their own documentary. They're not the ones that have, one timeout is more significant in a 2-year period than the teams that I don't know who they went against. I could not tell you. This all happened before my life even began. But the fact that I know the historic significance of the Fab Five, and they technically do not exist.
You know, my favorite player ever, just to pile it on top of the NCAA for quote-unquote vacating wins, my love for college football started with a man who used to wear number 5 and was a Trojan, Reggie Bush. Technically, Reggie Bush doesn't exist in the wins column or as a Heisman Trophy winner anymore. But I can tell you he was on the cover of an NCAA game. I can tell you his back juke was gasping and all.
Yep.
I can tell you that Reggie Bush is part of the classic game against Texas. I can tell you A whole lot. And I'm going to also tell you, it don't matter that his wins got vacated, that his Heisman Trophy got taken. It don't matter that Louisville got their win taken. It don't matter that any team in the past 20 years got their win taken. Any win trophies vacated by the NCAA, the most corrupt sports agency business running currently, I don't care. If y'all don't want to be clean, how you gonna punish your own employee? Pretty much
the lifeblood of it. Without them, it doesn't exist.
A snake rots from the head down.
Always.
It ain't an accident. This is happening.
No, because what if the FBI wouldn't have came in? Nothing would have happened. Let me spin it like this. John Calipari is one of the most successful coaches in NCAA history. Derrick Rose did not even take his tests to go to college. He did not take his test. How? They keep track of every single person that goes into a testing room. That is systematic failure to enforce the rules. At a high school, at a collegiate, on a personal, as a coach, every step of the way. That doesn't happen. That does not happen. That does not. And yet his coach is still coaching. I bet you all his coaches are still coaching. He's still playing. He's hanging on by a thread. But hey, he's still playing. And he has got undue millions of dollars. Right. But he played. He had one of the most memorable college basketball runs of my life at Memphis. And if he wouldn't have went to Memphis, he would have still did everything he did. He just wouldn't have been on the Bulls. Derrick Rose would have still been a millionaire. Nothing would have changed. So we're getting to the end of the episode here now, and it seems like we're back at the beginning. The NBA, yes, they have a working relationship with the NCAA. The athletes don't need the NCAA. The NCAA needs the athletes. The NBA has blessed them with the one and done rule because it helps them scout their players. I say they should just do a better job at developing their own talent. We wouldn't even need the middleman. Cut out the middleman. That's what business is about. Find ways to be more efficient. Cut out the middleman because they don't care. They don't care about the athletes. And I'll say it. They don't care about the athletes. Because as a student, I'm starting to learn that most of us are just a number. We meet individuals that care and genuinely want us to succeed. And some of the greatest people in my life I've met in college. But the higher ups, we're just numbers. We're all just numbers. Dollars and cents. And if they do that to me, oh man, we at an individual level, I believe there's good people. They care about athletes. When I talk to athletes, when I see them, when I interact with them, I care. The people I work with, the people that I hang out with, they care. They care. For some of the higher ups in suits, especially at the NCAA, they don't care. They'll suspend you without even knowing your name. They just saw number 22, permissible benefits, fine, gone, and that's it. So, got some cleaning up to do. But I'm glad they're giving me a lot to talk about, Lou. We had a real successful episode today, and I'm proud of it.
I would say, for our first time back in a while, the NCAA sure did make it a good, easy one to get the juices back flowing again. It's good to be back.
Oh, it's a layup, and they can't take this one away, because I'm here. I'm here to stay, baby.
You're not vacating none of this one. I'll put it on your head before you try that, but... With all that being said, another episode in the books.
Yep. This is Can't Be Stopped, an Ion Sports production. I'm Don Collins.
And I'm Lewis Thompson.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.